Hey, what's up, guys? Here doing the official review on the HVP Rock Crawler. I'm happy to go ahead and finally give you my official review from testing it out in the field. I've owned this for about a couple months now. I probably use it every week, probably three, 4 times a day to a couple times a week. So I've done all sorts of things with this HVP rock crawler. I've tested durability. Um, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun toy grade. Honestly, I like the way that it performs for being a toy grade. I am going to let you guys know on this official review a couple of things that the HVP has to offer and the downs of it. But let's go ahead and get to it. So what I do love about this HVP is that the suspension. The suspension isn't the greatest, but it does well for being a toy grade. One of the things on durability I've noticed is that it gets kind of stuck when you're going after you use it for a good amount since you've opened it from the box. It gets kind of stuck, a little weird at times. But what I noticed is that right on the top of the spring, you can go ahead and put your cooking oil. Just drop a little drops in there. And then again, you have that beautiful flexibility of it. The frame, it has a really, really good frame. I really enjoy the frame. I like that it's not just a plastic shell. It actually has bars and all that. I love the quality of the way that feels. Also the tires. The tires, I do wish they were a lot softer and compound, but they do the job. Another thing that I noticed out of the box when you're rock crawling is that the rims start to spin inside the tire, so you lose traction. One of the things I do recommend you guys do is put a little bit of your, you can buy it at the hobby store, or online. It's a little bit of glue that, makes the tires stick. Any glue that you do get will stick to this to this toy grade. It almost does feel like a hobby grade, to be honest, the way it performs. After you do that, the traction is pretty good. I've gone over big boulders with it. I've taken it through water. I've taken it through mud. I've climbed walls with it. Just a straight vertical wall, even your house wall. This thing does pretty good. Also, I've literally climbed people with it. That's how good this is after that. I love the lights in the front. I like how in the back you can, later on if you modify it, you can store a battery there on the back side of that, maybe a 2-cell. I do like that it's a dual motor. They're pretty torquey once those tires actually stick to the rubber. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump to, well, actually another good thing before I jump to that is that it also has good distance range on how far you can go with the RC. Another thing that it does do well at is that it has good weight to it. Again, you can kind of see what angle you get there. Also, I'm going to jump into a little bit of the bad stuff to it now. The things that I don't like about the toy is that your steering it tends to be kind of weak when you want to turn into things. But after you get used to it, I mean, I've owned it for about 5 months now. You get used to it and you can do a lot of stuff with it. I've taken it through plenty of rocks. It's not a very, very fast toy. I do wish it was a little faster on speed, but you know what? It's a rock crawler. It's a 1/10 scale, and it is a toy grade. Don't expect it to be the best out there, but honestly, you'll have tons of fun with this toy. It's not going to let you down for the price that it's priced at. Honestly, like I said, it almost feels like a toy grade after you lube up the shocks. Not every day that you can take it out, but once a week, and you ride it a couple times through the week, it does fine after you lube the shocks. It pretty much does what you want. Another thing I don't like is the battery pack that it comes with. It doesn't last very long. So I do recommend that if you plan to keep this or build it in the future, it's good to go ahead and buy a nice big battery, a 2-cell battery, 500 milliamp battery. Honestly, that's going to last you about an hour long. If you do get that, I do recommend you get the battery meter that reads your 2-cell battery so you can go ahead and protect it. I recommend you guys get that with that. overall, this is my review on the HBP. Like I said, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good size. If you look at my hand, you know, this thing, it has good weight. If you guys are looking to get into RCing and not get into it ridiculously crazy, this is what I recommend. And if you want to build it, you can go ahead and build it later on. Another thing that I forgot to mention that is really good about this RC is that the trigger, you can control how fast you want to go. Like I said, it's not the best out there, but I honestly truly enjoy it. I've owned hobby grade toys, hobby grade gas cars. For the price that you're getting this at, it's probably the most fun you will get out of it. I'm telling you from my personal experience and just constantly bashing on this, jumping it off of little cliffs, the durability, I've crashed it, so many things. This thing is pretty durable for being your toy grade RC, guys. Don't forget, a toy grade. You know, it's the best. I like it. That's just plain and simple. I like a lot of other toys, but for me, this is my top pick in my official review. Also, if you guys want to stay tuned, I'm going to have a lot more videos coming up, a lot more builds, modifications, and a lot more outdoors. Hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys have some sort of idea you guys want to throw for the next cheapest RC toy, go ahead and comment below. Let me know exactly what you guys like and what you guys didn't like. Don't forget, like, subscribe.